definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome. And to my returning subs, my growing extended beautiful family, thank you so much for the love and support. It is truly appreciated. We're all going through some trying times right now with the coronavirus and all the rioting that's taking place. This is our time to band together and stay strong. Is the best way we know how. Um, so, with that being said, much love to all. Namaste. Love and blessings. Love and light and many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been watching my videos for a while and have not already, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you know when I'm about to upload my next video. Also, if you're comfortable enough, drop me a line or two. I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me. Even if it's about the positive feedback to the content of my video, or you're just up telling me about your empathic gift, how it impacted your life, and heading you towards a positive direction. And if you feel like the video is very uplifting, gives you good vibes, or very informative, that you would love to share with a loved one, family, or friend, or even a fellow empath that are going through trying times at the moment and needing confirmation or validation towards life path or even soul purposes, please go ahead and share. And while you're at it, give your girl a thumbs up, like, and also share on your social media favorites wherever you see fit. Thank you once again for the love and support. It is so appreciating, and I hope you're able to resonate with the content of my video. And the channel I'm using today is called Simply Hypnotic. And the meditation music I'm using is called Heal Your Past, 432 hertz, Let Go, and Heal Emotional Wounds and Pain Release. And the video I'm doing today is Twin Flame 101. Heyokas, criticism comes loud and clear, and when your time is near and you become alive in the time of fear. I was listening to this song called Fly by Nicki Minaj and Rihanna. Was they were collaborating together, and it's crazy how you can listen to music anytime, before you were still under that sleep spell. And then all of a sudden, when you start listening to music after you don't went through a spiritual awakening, everything starts feeling different. When it hits you different. It means something totally different. And it was like there's so many things that I can truly relate to in that song. It's like when you're starting to be more conscious of the things that you do, what you choose to do, what you choose not to do, what you choose to part ways with, what you choose to stay focused on, what energy you're being very choice about that, because sometimes we can be doing, we'll make hasty decisions just because certain things aren't going our way, or things can be very stressed for you, and then we can end up making mistakes. And a lot of these things were, was already written for us to do anyway. This is how we learn. Because a lot of times we can say, oh, I wish these certain things didn't happen. Everything happens for a reason. You're always learning from it. Don't be hard on yourself on the decisions you have made. Long as you have learned from those situations. And it's just like when you allowing yourself to raise consciousness, and it's like I've been seeing so many different posts, or just things just resonating with things that I've dealt with currently and along my way since I've been on my spiritual awakening. I've been seeing true colors of people that I stayed connected to. And a lot of it was like very traumatic for me. It was like, dag, if I'm not going through enough, y'all got to add weight to it. But I now, when I'm allowing myself to do it, it is when I'm allowing myself to change how I see things. But when you start raising consciousness, you'll be having folks coming at you all different directions. When you do that, it'll be people speaking through ego will try to throw you off. People coming at you and try to doubt you, doubt your credibility, come at you sideways about certain things, like, well, wow, where did this come from? And it's just like all those different things is taking place in your life. And it's like, I remember being on a video and I left a comment. It was somewhat kind of like, two other comments that I seen. And on a video, I was on YouTube and I forgot what one it was, but it was like nobody came and said nothing to the other people but came at me. And I'm just like, I'm having my opinion just like everybody else. But it's just the way, people come at you. It's just like you have that one, like, hey, come trigger me. It's like you always trying to worry about that. But it's like when it's time for you to level up, weight will come at you all directions. You have to be prepared for that. A lot of times things get heavy before doors finally close. Things are taking place right now. It's just like, is the it was the virus wasn't good enough, let's add all this other craziness to it. And I just really feel like, it's already said that people are dropping like flies with this pandemic that was going around. Now you got people looting all over the place, playing. It remind me of the situation when it happened in Missouri and St. Louis, right outside of St. Louis Ferguson, when Mike Brown passed. uh what was his name? What was it? Rodney King in the LA riots. It makes me go back in those times about certain things that came on. And it just seems like this happens every few years. If nobody else hasn't been noticing stuff like that, it's just like you always have the celebrities. Either somebody's dying of an overdose, somebody dies in a plane crash or something. It's all these different things that's coming that's happening like in pairs. Like this is supposed to happen. And it's just, it makes you look at life all different. And it can be very scary because you're making different choices now. You're seeing things from a different point of view. You're allowing your third eye is open now. You're not allowing, veils are just getting snatched off at all different directions. And it can make, and it's just like, but these are the times that you start becoming stronger. And it's like right now, I've it's not the fact that I'm not trying to get with the program and just knowing everything that's going on right now. Just certain things I can't allow myself to be open to right now. And I'm a person, I love watching scary movies. I have not been really watching any scary movies lately. And I'm that type of person, like, certain ones I'm drawn to. And I'm like, ooh, I can't wait for this one to come out. Or, I got my friends that, we all relate to, watching scary movies. It's like, hey, did you see this? Or, sending them a preview and like, hey, did you see that? And it's like lately, it's more about like if I don't watch my little horror animations, I really haven't been watching anything on there. People have been sending me stuff and it's just like I can feel the energy coming off certain videos. I'm like, oh, I can't take that right now. So I appreciate the awareness, but I can't deal, you know. And it's just like certain things are when you have allowed your path to change, when you have gone, you're not following the crowd anymore, and all of a sudden people got their fingers pointed at you. It's like, look, I follow the beat of my own drum. Just because you believe something in a certain way doesn't mean I have to believe it that way. That's, I, I just don't follow like that. Everybody has their right to opinion. Everybody has their form of disagreeing to agree. But it's just because we all have different views of everything. That doesn't mean, you may feel this way. Okay, that's fine. You can feel this way. I'm gonna tell you my opinion on how I feel things. It's just like when I make different videos, and then y'all would tell me, there's a lot of y'all agreeing with the things that I say, and then there's people that are agreeing with what I say, but giving their views on it too, and I appreciate that because it's like we're all learning off of each other. It's not when I do videos and feel like I'm high almighty over somebody. No, this is the fact of me going through my experiences, giving out my predictions that I've had, the things I've seen through my all three of my eyes, which can be very scary. And there are certain things that I have said that was going to take place and end up being right about it. And there are certain things that I said, oh gosh, let me be wrong about it. But how did you know? I said, how do I know what? I'm just speaking, speaking my mind, speaking my truth, and didn't realize that I predicted the daggone virus. I wouldn't be surprised. And mind you, this was like 6 months to a year ago. And me talking about, I said I wouldn't be surprised if another virus thing came along just to be another distraction, and boom, there you go. It's just like me and my damn big mouth. It's like, okay, a lot of us gonna get $1 million. Can I predict that? But it's just a lot of things that's taking place that it's like the more I'm allowing myself to be open, allowing myself to step away from the trauma that has been placed on my life. I tell people, I would never wish the things that has taken place in my life on anybody, not even my worst enemy. And I got a lot of them, but it's just like a lot of times we have to understand our purpose. Our pain has a purpose for taking place in our lives, and a lot of times it's hard to understand, when you're sitting with self and you're really drowning in your pain of sorrow and really trying to allow yourself to, it's not being a victim, but it is just like there are certain times I look at my situation, it's like, you really going through this? And it's just like, yeah, the people that you really care for, you can't even trust them. You can't even turn your back on them for a minute. They'll be trying to do something to you, and I mean, there's sometimes it's hard for me to feel that at times. Like, I still feel like, no, this ain't going through with me. No, this didn't happen. Not with the people I supposed to have loved and all those things. And it's just like, I knew one day I always wanted to be able to help people spread love, help people spread awareness, and it's scary that I knew about what is taking place now when I was 5 years old, having night terrors about it, and then it's just like bringing me right back to this, 16 years old. I used to be in a corner just crying, I was pregnant at the time and just stayed straight, just kept crying. My mom was like, what's going on? My boyfriend at the time, what's going on? So I don't know, something's going to take place in my life that is really going to break my heart. It's going to make me lose my mind. And he was like, well, it ain't even here. Why you tripping? That energy carries heavy, and it was just seeming like right when I was pregnant, that's when all my predictions, a lot of my predictions started coming through. I was always like that when I was a child, and then it got shut down for certain reasons. But, then all of a sudden things start popping off when I became pregnant. It was just like, I don't know if that was just hormonal and it just shifted something very big. But then a lot of things is taking place, and it just feels like deja vu right now on certain things. And it's just when people start criticizing you for changing your way of doing things, because people feel like they got to follow the leader. I'm like, I'm not, no. No, I'm just following me. What gets me to go. Now, if it's something that, I can understand your views, and I'm like, hey, I'm with that, what I'm saying? Or, or you can show me a different way on certain things that's taking place. And I'll start doing research on that, because I love it when y'all are sending me different things, and you're telling me about different things that's taking place, and what you have learned along the way on certain situations, just like I do. I always tell people, we're learning off of each other. We're all sharing our views on the things that we deal with on a daily, a lot of things that are taking place, and you're trying to understand why. So it's just like a blessing that I can use this platform to say, hey, I'm going through this, are you going through it too? And it is just like when you start fearing what's around that corner, that's when everything awakens in you. So it's like when I was hearing that song, I mean, it's between this one and another one she has, it's called Freedom and Pills and Potions. It was like Pills and Potions remind me a lot of the things that was going on in my life, where people were just wishing the worst on me. And it's like the people that I've went to bat for had no problem with stabbing me in my back when they found out my truth, and then got mad because I didn't tell them later on, earlier on in life. I said, well, shoot, if I see you acting like this and you're an adult, I can just about imagine how you would have did when you were younger. There was just certain things I didn't speak on. It was just like a very sensitive subject, to go through. And I mean, it's just like, even still to this day, it may be a sensitive subject for me, but I just allow myself not to keep repeating that of what has taken place in my life. Like I said in the other video, people start asking me questions about my situation when it comes to my dad and everything like that. I just tell them, hey, just go to these different videos, because it's not like I don't mind telling the story, but it's just like, there's a time and a place where you have to allow yourself to stop in due time your story will tell itself. you know if somebody's riding for you, they're gonna ride for you. If not, you'll know the truth within in time. What people, as soon as I said that, my phone starts in time you can do that. I'm on that platform to just say I went through these things. I was guided towards this purpose, not just because of who my father is, but it's just the things that I've went through and what I'm trying to do to help mankind out here. And I love what I do. And it's hard at times, because there's a lot of times when it comes to us being empaths, we can feel each other's vibrations, and the stuff like with my gifts that takes place. I connect with people. There's sometimes I can see their past lives. There are certain things that is taking place where their relatives that passed over, and I can connect with them in that way. Or I can see things that are going to take place in their life just without the situations it's taken. And as soon as I say that, y'all, if y'all, I'm gonna show you my laptop and my phone. But all these things are taking place because it's time of change. It's like, a lot. I just keep hearing that song from Sam Cooke, like change is gonna come, or yeah, I think it's change is gonna come. And that song always used to hit me in a certain way, and I'm just like, my mom and my sister were empaths, and they were like, "You need to wake up." I said, "I'm wide awake. I'm talking to you right now." And she's like, "No, girl, you need to be awake, awake." And I'm like, "I am awake. I'm talking to you." But it was just like, now I understand what my sister's saying, because now it's like, God rest her soul, I'll be hearing her, and she just be telling me stuff. I'm like, "Girl, shut up." I know what you talk about now. And I'm starting to see things a lot different. And so it's crazy how people that doubt you and they can't see the things that you're going through because they're still under that spell of sleep. They're gonna be looking at you like you're crazy. They can't understand the views that you have. They question those. And it's just like, but you have to allow yourself to keep going regardless. Like I said, there's gonna be people that are gonna be riding with you for that. It's like, dang, I feel you. I'm going through this, that, and the third, and this and this and that. And it's good to have like-minded people to be in my circle, being able, we can speak amongst each other and be free about that. But then there's people that can tell you up and down about their life and what you need to do with it, but they become Ray Charles is I don't know what when it comes to their solutions on their life. And you're like, so what are you gonna do about your situation? Because with us being Heyokas, we pull out all type of insecurities on folks. They just really don't like you. When you start rubbing off and mirroring the things that they need to do, that takes place in the sad when people do that. I can't even compliment somebody without them blocking me, and I'm like, God, dog, what did I do? Now, if I would have insulted you, I can understand that, but you're blocking me when I gave you kindness, gave you active kindness, but that just showed me something was wrong with you. Something was wrong with that energy that person was holding, and it was really sad. But I just said a prayer for me. I said, whatever it was that took place for them to feel like they had to do that with me, hey, that said less about me and more about them. But I'm like, okay, that can't stop my flow, and when you're allowing yourself to change and when you're allowing yourself to come up, you'll know when things are getting better for you, because when you start becoming better and you start raising your consciousness, you'll be having folks coming down just going off on you, questioning your worth, questioning your character. I've had people do that to me, and there's sometimes I wanted to cry, and I just had to laugh and allow myself to know whatever somebody's opinion is about my life is not going to change my story of experience. You can say anything you want to, I'm crazy or whatever. I've heard all that, but that never changed that. I wish I was. I really wish I was. I wish that I was lying about the things that I went through. I wouldn't wish that on my. If I could have changed, but it's just like I had to allow myself. There's sometimes I'd be wishing that I wish I didn't ever went through this, but then I wouldn't have met the people I've met throughout my way of going through the things that I've gone through. Because I met some very loving people, whether I still connect with them or I allowed myself to part ways or they don't part ways with me. I'm still appreciating what it brought to me. And it's like when you're alive and you see the changes that are going in your life, it can be very scary because you don't know what's coming around that corner. Things are looking mighty different to you. And them things come at you powerful because it knows a lot of times we don't understand, but your haters, people that envy you, that those supporting haters, and I'll tell people you got a whole bunch of those. And they were like those people that'll support you in to the fullest until you start becoming competition. Then they're gonna start giving you the wrong answers and sending you a wrong way just because they don't want to see you rise above them. And I'm just like, shoot, everybody has their journey. You can't sit up here and say only you the only one who can win. That'd be a lonely way. Everybody has their way of getting. I always want to see people win. If you're doing things by the honest way, not lying, not deceiving, not trying to use somebody else's experience for your own and cast it off as your own. Those are the things when you're doing everything in your honest way of doing it, because everybody has a purpose. You deserve that. You really deserve that. If you keeping it real, you keeping yourself authentic. A lot of people respect you for that. Some people will rub off the wrong way, but there's a lot of people that will respect you for that. Because, and I tell people, that wants to do videos, don't fear what other people's opinions are of you. Because if you allow other people's opinions to stop your flow on what you're doing, you will never get further in life. And they will love that because the fact is they can push some kind of doubt to you and then you'll draw back. You have to allow those to be your your ammunition to keep going further. It's not for you to poke fun at them or, get back at them. Allows you to know that, dang, whatever I'm doing, that, that people where they want to draw back from me, or they're scared when I say certain things, or they realize certain things about me, that lets you want to go further. And and you're allowing yourself to use not just the people that try to block you off of things or discredit you, but you can use that as that ammunition to say, you know what, obviously I must be doing something very good for them to want to block me like that. But there's a lot more people that will come your way that'll appreciate the truth that you're bringing into their lives. You're planting that seed. When I allow myself to really see the things that take place, because I've had a lot of people to where it made me want to give up on the things that I was doing. It made me want to just like, why would you do that to me? But then I allowed myself to really allow yourself to not think about that, but think about all the people that came to you and appreciate the stories of your experiences that you have went through, that you have made about a video, that helped them realize and understand the things that they have went through, or they start realizing they weren't the only one going through those things, or there's more people out here that can relate to the process of the things we struggle with on a daily basis. And when you're allowing yourself to feed off of that, and just like, what makes me want to do more, it makes me want to talk about more, it makes me want to open up more, because there's going to be some people out there who's going to really appreciate your truth, because it'll let them understand, don't allow fear, don't let yourself be fear based. You have to have that adrenaline rush to say, I want to do more. Only thing that stops me half of the time is when I have those headaches, to where I feel like, okay, I'm still going, I'm still making my videos, but then I place this shield on me. So I'm not releasing those vibes of headaches that I'm getting from all these downloads and all these visions I'm getting while I'm doing my videos at the same time. And then that'll stop me, because there's a lot of time I'm getting email like, Roz or sis, can you please take a break? You're making a lot of videos. I'm trying to, try to catch up. I'll be gone for 2 days, and boom, next, you know, got 15 videos out in 2 days. And I used to be like that. But there's more people I'm connecting with, not just on here, but on email, or, Facebook Messenger, or even on different platforms that I'm, connected with on, empaths, because we're all going through different things in life, riding the cords of energy, because we're going through so many transmutations and transitions and transformations, that's already pulling out a lot of energy that's circulating and is percolating basically. And you're sleeping heavier now. There are some times you wake up 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. There's times you'll be overly emotional, irritable, and there's sometimes you can be downright happy, but you're going through a lot of changes. But then there are also days that when you're going through situation, like you're toying with a situation for so long, that your patience is running thin with you, with yourself. You're working on your own nerves. You can be one, what you got to do in this situation for you to break free from that. But then it draws you right back, because it's just, the fact is, you shouldn't allow yourself, like I said again, do not allow yourself to get mad at yourself, because you have to understand, healing is coming in layers. You may be, okay, set free from one thing, but then the next thing, you have to understand, you're not just healing from these trials and tribulations you have encountered on this life, but you're doing it with many others, because all your past life done merged with you to do right now, because everything is ending with you. So everything is going to be heavy with you. So you have to understand that when we already know the cycles are being broken with us, don't think this is going to be a walk in the park. You're not going to be smelling roses and butterflies going to be coming up on you. You're going to go through it. You're going to go through it. But you have to understand, even though you may not be right exactly where you want to be right now, but you are nowhere near the person that just started this. Yes, your situation is heavy. Yes, it done took you through a wave of emotions. You don't seen the truth out of people that you had high respect of, that didn't even give a rat's behind about you. Until their benefit of you don't ran out. And those can be very painful things to realize, because you're seeing the true intentions of the people have, you know, on your path. Or you don't have people that you supported. You were that ear, you were that shoulder. And all of a sudden when that shoe turns, all of a sudden there ain't nobody else there. And then it's not even the fact that they turn their back on you. It's just because the universe done turned your back on them. they already they already don't ran their course in your life, and vice versa. You don't ran your course in their life. They don't learn off of you, and you don't learn off of them. Now this is your time for you to pay attention to self. And there's a lot of times we trying to understand, I don't want to be by myself. This is that perfect time to be by yourself, because now you're having to allow yourself to really reflect on everything that is going on within you. That spiritual awakening is waking up all type of spirit. Some of them you weren't even aware you had. Soon as see my daggone energy starting to change with that daggone flash, and it's the same thing on my computer like it was on the TV. Ain't nothing changed. My energy's shifting, but it's just like all these different things are taking place in your life. That's really having you like, hey, I'm talking to you. We need to really get right with this. You've been toying with this for so long. You have dealt with this. Yes, it hurts that you had to go through these things in life, but these are the things that broke you was the ones that's going to strengthen you. It's stopping with you. These things is taking place in your life because the same to them. You either have your choice of you know passing that on to the next generation, or you're going to allow yourself to really face the things that you have ran from for umpteen years, and allow yourself to know you are not going to be that thing I run from, but you're going to be that thing that I'm going to face, and I'm going to release, and I'm going to go about my business and be better than ever before, because you have so many blessings waiting on you past that sign of comfort of that zone, past fear, past uncertainty, past, doubts, all those different things. All your blessings is right after all those things that are holding us back. So right now it's just like you're going to have criticism coming from all directions, all different layers. People that you wouldn't think they would do that is going to be the main ones that's doing it. The things that you love and hold dear is going to be the same thing, just going to really just deceive you in all kind of ways. You're being tried in so many ways, and this is where your strength is going to come from, because when it hits you, when it takes it like when it traumatizes you with the things you hold dear. If I'm telling you, if that strength don't hit you in a different way, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. So we're all going through these different things in life, and it can be very gut wrenching at times, but these are the things that is really going to be strengthening you, because you're seeing your truth. You're feeling your truth. Your truth is growing with you in a millisecond. Is growing every second, and it's like chaos all around you, and you have to be that thing that maintains peace, represents peace. You're that mascot that represents peace. All those things that's taking place, and it's just like when I was trying to figure out what that mission was, I'm like, shoot, this is the mission. Look at everything that's going on around you, and you still have to be that calm person and not allowing yourself to get stuck in that crowd. You're going to go way against it. You don't have to do those things that other people are doing. They choose to do that. A lot of people feel like I got a choice. If I don't go with them, they're not going. So, so what? Allow yourself to do you. Allow yourself to come alive. I know right now your time is like where that emotional that chapter of your life that's very emotional, that door is closing. But there you're also allowing yourself to close off on unfinished business, things that you have allowed yourself to suppress with. You're facing these things right now, and it's very scary. Very, very scary. So you're having things coming at you to where it's trying to distract you in so many different ways. So many different ways. I'm not trying to have like almost, the same kind of videos out, but these are the things they're telling me to go ahead and talk on. So I'm just, hey, I'm being that like, well, I'm being that daggone messenger that, they'll be like, hey, we need you to shed light on this. Okay. Hey, you tell me to do it, I just go ahead and do it. But allow yourself to really see the truth that lies into you. And criticism is going to come in many directions, but you have to allow yourself to not be distracted by other people's ego, e- ego, the vibe of ego. You have to allow yourself to know what you want and what you're going for, not allowing people to throw you off just because they're insecure about things, or they turned away from their dreams, or they didn't want to make the changes of sacrifice for their dreams, and they're trying to deviate you, distract you from yours as well. So don't allow them to do that. So I hope that you are able to resonate with the content of the video. Y'all, I don't know what's going on. My head started hurting. I put my hat on, that stop. But next thing you know, I feel my shift going on with all these colors floating up in my face. I don't know if y'all can see it, but it's like that light just keeps going crazy. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, everything is just looking crazy to me. But let me go ahead and give a post notification shout out to Nicole Stevens, Brenda Martinez. Much love to you. Welcome, Nicole Yarbrough and Tanja Schultz. Much love to you as well. And I will see y'all in my next video. Like and subscribe. If this is your first time stopping by, welcome. It's so good to have you. Drop a line. I would love to give you a post notification shout out. I keep on forgetting to say that I also have a community page on my YouTube channel as well, where I give out friendly reminders, posts of different cycles that are going on. And I know somebody asked me to do one about the lunar eclipse, and I'm gonna be doing that one very, very, very soon, which I'll probably do. If I don't do it tomorrow, I'll do it the next day. Um, because it's just so much going on right now in my frequency right now, so it's all discombobulated. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that too. So like and subscribe, hit that notification bell, drop me a line, tell somebody about the channel. It'll truly be appreciating. I'm so appreciating y'all support, y'all watching the videos, you're sharing them, and I truly appreciate it as well. And as well as on these other group pages, I appreciate you for allowing me to share my videos on there as well. I'm just trying to share the, news of awareness. There's a lot of people out there that, want to know if there's anybody else that's going through and experiencing things they're experiencing. It's, yes, we are. So, if you want to get in touch with me privately, and need assistance or just being able to have that guidance or whatever to understand your spiritual path of purpose, and at a deeper level, you can always get in touch with me privately on Facebook Messenger. uh just let me know you connect with me here and you're a part of the Heyoka family and you're just trying to get a deeper understanding. I'll try my best to explain whatever you're needing at that time, and if I cannot, I will give you the links or information you need to get you towards that way. Whatever we speak on is confidential, so you don't have to worry about that. And I'll try my best to go ahead and help you as well best as I can. Yeah, I was gonna do another video, but my freaking head is killing me. I'm took pain reliever, and I guess it's just so many downloads right now. My energy is like really shifting like crazy, so I'm gonna try my best to go ahead and do videos tomorrow. And know that you're truly blessed, highly favored, and forever loved, and knowing there's always somebody out there praying for your better days. And I pray that everything that you've been trying to manifest into your life comes 100,000 times more than what you have prayed for and asked for, and comes so much sooner than you expected it. Even through social distancing, make sure you give out love, light, prosperity, and positive vibes, words, and frequencies. You never know; those things can really take somebody a long way. And knowing you're truly blessed, highly favored, and forever loved, and knowing there's always somebody out there praying for your better days. And I hope y'all enjoyed your weekend. I almost forgot what day it was. So I hope you enjoyed your weekend and was responsible and safe for everything you do. Make sure I'll see you later. Much else I don't know why I said make sure for. God bless. Much love to you. Peace and be wild.